Okay, this question is from Aria399. Your question is, what can I do to prevent shin splints and alleviate some shin splint pain, and some tools, some things that are helpful to help with that shin splint pain and prevent them in the future. Let's see. I think you want to start to do some things every day, right? There are things that you can do every day that are going to help treat that pain and prevent them in the future. The first thing that you want to start to do, let's say you got, in theory, as a thought experiment, let's say you have time but no money, right? You can't afford any tools. I think you should check out Ziani. Google search Z-I-A-N-I, Ziani 7 postures. I started doing his 7 postures and I noticed immediately the strength and mobility and balance in my toes, my feet, my ankles, as well as my shin bone and knee grew immediately. In just the first day or two, I noticed a huge impact on my strength and mobility, as well as explosiveness. So you could find his 7 postures. He just came out with his book called 7 Postures. I think it's free with a Amazon Prime membership, but he's got a lot of free resources on YouTube that you could take advantage of. So search Ziani 7 Postures. That'd be my step 1, and that's a free resource. Number 2, a very cheap but highly effective resource that you could do, or you might have a length of rope at home, right? This is what's called an RMT rope. And it's just a simple rope. I got 2 handles tied at the end, but you could do it with 2 shoelaces if you really wanted to. The length of this rope it's a little bit longer than I'm tall. So I'm 5'10" on a good day. It's about, call it maybe 6'10", right? A foot maybe, right? Foot longer than I'm tall. And what you want to start to do, well, first you can Google David Weck, W-E-C-K, David Weck, RMT rope. And what you're going to start to do is learn different movement patterns, right? You can start with just an underhand swing. And what this is going to start to help you do is start to move and bend and twist your spine. And even from right here, the rope, it acts like a natural metronome. And why this is important is because the more you become in sync with the rope, right, the timing of the rope, pop, 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 pop. Right? Boxers spend a lot of time jumping the rope. This is a slight variation of what a boxer would do, because this very powerful pattern is called the alternating underhand sneak. And it's important because when you start whipping the arms down and popping the knee up, you're going to develop strength and balance in all the things that are related to shin splints and that pain. So this is a low impact way to strengthen and do exactly what you need to do so that you won't have this pain now or in the future, right? Because when you're doing this low impact movement, I'm getting into this pose right here, right? So it's going to encourage this pose, and right, I'm getting up on my toes, and there's a weight transfer component, so I'm working my core, right? So just all good things that are gonna help you with this problem, right? So we can prevent that those shin splints. So that's number 2, right? David Weck. You could Google David Weck rope flow. I would start with the figure 8, learn the figure 8 first, and then the race and chase after, and then once you start to get comfortable with just swinging it around and maybe just popping that knee up, bending and twisting the spine, then you could start to learn the sneak and the alternating underhand sneak. So, right, there's a lot there. You can go very deep with this, and all those things are going to help with your shin splints. Let's do another tool that'll help. What can we do? Let's start with, I have here a loop resistance band, and if you Google Dick Hartzel, H-A-R-T-Z-E-L, if you search ankle, preventing ankle sprains, he's got a free resource. This band came in a 5-pack, right? This is just a loop resistance band. So he shows you how to wrap this around your ankle and go through different progressions, moving your foot around, engaging and pumping blood into those problem areas. So this is gonna, again, strengthen and help you prevent shin splints. So just another way, right, another route to that goal. So Dick Hartzell, Hartzel, preventing ankle sprains, and right, it's not directly tied to shin splints, but you'll feel it immediately. Once you start moving that ankle around, it's gonna strengthen that leg, that ankle, that toe, foot, ankle, Achilles connection with your whatever that bone is. So that's another tool, right? Cheap. This is a cheap band. You can bring this anywhere. The next thing we could do. Right here, I've got 3 different balance tools. Right, I have a slack block. I have a wobble board from Amazon Basics. I have this tool from Blackboard Training, The Roots of Human Performance. And I think it matters less which balance tool you're using, but I think what's important is that you take immediate action. And if you can, I don't know how old you are, but if you got a little bit of cash or can do some chores and earn some cash to get one of these guys, right, the slack block, either probably the Amazon Basics wobble board or the slack block might be your cheapest option. And this is a great way to just, right, develop balance, becoming by adding instability, you gain stability, right? So you're getting more comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So right now I'm 90% wobble board, 10% ground, and then I can start to slowly get off the ground. So now I'm 100%. I'm 100% on the wobble board, and then you could start to do some stuff. You could start to do some taps, right? Some toe taps with this thing, right? So I'm here, and I'm tapping forward, tapping back, tapping forward, tapping back, and you could go left, right. Right, so it's a pretty versatile tool. You can also have it go slanted down, and from here you could start to do some pulses, right? Pulse the knee, and it's all connected. So different variations, go through different variations of all these things. And again, we're gonna pump blood into these into your problem areas and strengthen the area that's causing you this pain. Right, so same thing with the slack block. I'm here, I'm messing around with different foot positions. I'm parallel, right? Parallel, I'm perpendicular. I'm diagonal, right? So all these ways, can you see that? These are just different ways of just strengthen that shin area, right? Someone mentioned tibialis raises against the wall, right? Tibialis raises are these. Right, some of these guys, but what's the idea? The idea is invest in one balance tool that you could spend a few minutes a day using, and you could stand on it when you're doing some schoolwork or watching TV or just hanging out at home. And I think that's a passive, yet it's passive, but it's very, it's high impact. It'll really, not only will standing kind of encourage, right, good posture and just passive strength development, but I think, when you're moving, you feel better, and when you're on your feet, you're feeling better as opposed to being seated, sedentary. So reach out with any questions, and I hope some of these ideas help. All right, thank you.